Hello, everyone. Great to be here. Well, digitally, it's 2025, and the pace of change is faster than ever before in human history. We're living in a time where technology is advancing exponentially. That word gets thrown around a lot, but it really means something now. Stuff that used to take 10 years, you can do in 10 months, sometimes 10 weeks. Starting a business today is totally different than it was even 5 years ago. You don't need a huge team or tons of capital anymore. One person with a laptop and the right AI tools can build something that reaches millions. That's wild and amazing. We now live in an era where AI is not just a buzzword. It's like having a co-founder that can co-design, write, plan, and even help you think. So the question for anyone who wants to start a business in 2025 isn't, how do I do it? The question is, what should I be doing with all this power? It all starts with solving a real problem. That's still the foundation of any great company. Build something people actually want, something that helps them. That hasn't changed and probably never will. But now you can do it faster with fewer resources and a lot more precision if you know how to use the tools. Don't get stuck chasing trends or trying to get rich quick. That stuff burns out fast. What really matters is having a clear purpose. When I started SpaceX and Tesla, it wasn't about making a quick buck. It was about humanitarian survival, our future. I wanted to accelerate a future that was exciting and sustainable. So when you're thinking about what to build, don't just ask what's profitable, ask what's meaningful. What kind of future do you want to help create? Do you want to solve climate problems, education, healthcare? Do you want to create new ways for people to connect or help them explore space or just make daily life more efficient and enjoyable? Whatever it is, let it come from a place of curiosity and passion. That's what'll keep you going when it gets hard, because it will get hard, trust me. Now, about AI, yes, it's incredibly powerful, and yes, I've talked a lot about the risks, but it's also a massive opportunity. It's a tool, and like any powerful tool, it can be used to build or destroy. As a founder, you have a responsibility to use it wisely. Make sure you're building something ethical, safe, and useful. Make sure your systems respect privacy and human dignity. People are going to remember which companies used AI to empower and which used it to manipulate. And in a world where trust is increasingly scarce, being transparent and responsible is a competitive advantage. Another thing that's changed in 2025 is how small a startup can be and still be successful. You don't need a 100-person team anymore. Sometimes it's just you, an AI assistant, and a coffee machine. With the right stack of tools, AI coding assistants, synthetic media tools, global payment systems, and decentralized labor, you can do more than entire companies could do 10 years ago. This is the rise of what I call the hyper-leveraged individual. A person with vision, good tools, and relentless drive can change the world. So don't wait for someone to give you permission. Don't wait to raise a ton of money. Just build, test things, learn fast. If something doesn't work, move on. Iterate like crazy. And when it does work, when you feel that pull, that signal from the market, double down. But stay lean, stay humble. Ego is probably the #1 killer of great companies. More than competition, more than market shifts. Ego blinds you to feedback, and it slows down your reflexes. I've failed plenty. Rockets exploded. Cars caught fire. There were times when I was sleeping on the floor of the Tesla factory. We were days away from running out of money, but we kept going because what we were doing mattered. And that's the thing. If you care about what you're building, really care, you'll push through. In 2025, failure isn't the thing to fear. Not trying, that's the real risk. The pace of change is so fast now that standing still is falling behind. So go out there, try things. If you fail, fail fast. Learn, get up, try again. Most people quit just before it starts to work. And here's another thing that people underestimate: mental resilience. Starting something new, especially something hard, takes emotional endurance. There will be days when it all feels impossible. That's normal. You're not weak. You're just human. Build support systems. Take care of your mind as much as your metrics. This isn't a solo mission. Build with people who challenge you, who believe in the mission. Surround yourself with truth tellers, not cheerleaders. And collaborate globally. Some of the most brilliant minds in the world are not in Silicon Valley anymore. They're in Nairobi, Bangalore, Sao Paulo, Jakarta. Technology has made geography almost irrelevant to that. As for what to build, look toward the edges. Look where systems are broken, where institutions are failing, where people are being left behind. That's where the opportunity is. Whether it's energy, food, mobility, or mental health, don't be afraid to dive into deep tech. The harder the problem, the more valuable the solution. You don't need to be an expert in everything, but you do need to learn fast, think clearly, and surround yourself with people smarter than you. And don't fall into the trap of over-engineering. The best products, especially early on, are simple, clear, and focused. Solve one problem really well before you try to solve everything. And one last thing, think about your legacy. Not in a vain way, but in a real way. When you look back 30 or 40 years from now, what will you be proud of? Will you be proud of the revenue or the reviews? Or will you be proud that you built something that made life better for people? You don't have to build the next Tesla or SpaceX, but you do have the tools to build something meaningful, something useful, something that nudges the world forward, even if just a little. Right now, you've got access to the most powerful tools humanity has ever had. AI, cloud platforms, distribution networks that reach billions instantly. Combine that with a mission worth fighting for, and you're unstoppable. So don't wait for the stars to align. Just start. Think big, move fast, be ethical, and never stop building. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs bold ideas, courageous builders, and people willing to bet on the future. We're not just here to survive. We're here to create something incredible.